So, hi everybody. We are here to tell you something about our school and about the EWEST company we are going to visit. So, first of all, I think it would be good to introduce ourselves. So, my name is Jan Demel. I'm from City College Ramberg, and I go to school in Frenstadt Radoštěn, as the teacher said.
And I'm Maciej Baraszek, and I came from Brno, and I studied the same school as Jan.
So, first of all, let's say something about our school. Its full name is Gymnázium a střední průmyslová škola elektrotechniky a informatiky. It's quite a long name, sorry about that, but it's not our idea. As we said, it's located in Frenstadt Radoštěn. The city is in North Moravia, and our school is mainly focused on electrical engineering and IT.
And our school is doing many projects like trips or lectures. Our school has 5 degree courses. We are involved in a lot of competitions, and we success in them. At school, we are studying about 800 students, and there are lots of specialized classrooms.
I would like to tell something more about the trips and lectures. Every year there are like 3 trips, I think, and some lectures. For example, a year ago, a student which studied on our school came to give us a lecture. Nowadays, he's working for some companies in Australia from Czech Republic, so it's kind of success. This is the actual picture of our school, and here we can see the lecture of a student who studied at a class, not in class but in school, and at the right we can see a picture from our classroom.
So there are some pictures of our specialized classrooms where students can work with the electrical devices. There are also have some exams about soldering the hardware. On the left we can see our classroom specialized on English. Students can hear on the computers, they can train English, they can listen to the pronunciation, make some exams, and on the right again we can see some specialized classroom.
I would like to tell you something about some kits in our school. You can borrow a kit, then put it together, and it will be a robot. Then you can program it, and it will actually work as a robot. So that's probably everything we wanted to say about our school. We wanted to tell you about our school. Now let's say something about the EWEST software company. So EWEST was founded in 1988 by Pavel Baudiš and Eduard Kučera. Its primary focus is security systems, and probably you know the main product of them, EWEST Antivirus. I don't know, probably.
So it's headquartered in Prague. We will go visit the headquarters. I must have more than 25 years of operation, and it was awarded in many tests all around the world.
So now let's say something about the history of EWEST. So in 1988, the first virus was defeated. It was defeated by the founders of EWEST company. Then in 1981, they created a company called LVL Software. In 1995, Ondřej Vlček joined LVL company and made the first antivirus for Windows 95, and this was very amazing.
So in 1996, there was one award in the all testing categories in Virus Bulletin. In that time, the Virus Bulletin was highly recognized as authority on computer security. In 2004, Avast hit 1 million users using the program, and in 2005, Alvil began their cooperation with SanDisk. It became multi-language, so more users can use it, and it was good propagation.
So 2006 is 1 year number of users gone. In 1 year, the number of users of that antivirus grown from 10 millions to 20 millions. It's like double. Yeah. In 2007, in this year, Alvil employed like 38 employers, and the number of the users was still growing. Now it's like it's around 300.
It's around 128 million. So in 2010, Alvil renamed to Avast, so the name of the company will be close to the name of the program. In 2011, 150 million users registered, and in 2012, Avast was protecting about 1,170,000 PC, Mac, and Android devices.
Now let's think something about Avast as we can see it nowadays. Well, so Avast antivirus is now in free version. We can get it in free version, so you don't have to pay for any license or stuff like that. It employs like 500 professionals headquartered in Prague, and there are many additional offices in Germany, USA, and China.
And now Avast helps over 230 million people to secure their PC, tablets, and smartphones.
And probably TV.
So that's like all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alex.
So now it's our partner's turn. If you want to ask students something, if you are interested, maybe you would like to know something more about the school, or about the English lessons. So in this case, you can also talk to Zuzana, which is the English teacher. So if you have any questions, you are interested about anything, please go ahead, because as I check the watch, we still have plenty of time, so we can have some discussion.
Is it a public school?
Yes, it's public school.
Yeah.
Maybe I can introduce you, our partners. I will start with this because nobody wants to ask nothing. So over there we have two ladies from Bulgaria. Next we have a partner from Italy. Over there in the corner there are partners from Greece. Then lady from Spain, and the rest is from Turkey. So we are six countries here, but we are 7 institutions, because from Turkey we have 2 institutions, and from Turkey we have also the coordinator. So the project is coordinated by Turkish vocational school, right?
Yeah, that's right. I can ask you a question. How did you get skilled on using English? I mean, for a student who is getting education on a vocational school.
Well,
You don't have to stand up. You can sit down. Yeah, go on. Yeah,
all right.
please.
So I thought that it would be good behavior, you know. So I don't know. Probably it's because of some movies or games, PC games. I really don't know. You know, we are not watching the films in Czech language nowadays, because there is every time there is like 1 year to translate it into Czech language, and we would like to see it right now. So we are trying to understand everything in English language, and then we are getting like better and better and better. And you don't know, you don't even know, but we are getting better. And same on computer games. Nowadays you're not playing just single player game. You are playing with other players all around the world. So we are trying to understand them. We are learning new phrases every day, every time you're playing the game.
But it is not just related with the sentences or words you use with the PC games. So you have also skilled on vocational subjects, I see.
Yeah.
So what do you think, what you can say anything about that to the other country vocational school representatives? So maybe your teacher can say something about that, because in this project we aim to give direction to the teachers, also to vocational school students, to get this kind of skilled on English.
Well, I can say that most of our students are quite good in English, but of course we have also lower level of students in English. At our school, the students have 3 lessons of English every week, which is not enough, and we focus mainly on general English. So they gain the skills in vocational English via other subjects. They study different vocational subjects, and sometimes they use English manuals, maybe for programming or subjects like that. So there they gain some skills in that. And of course, some of the students, they are willing to work after school on their English. I mean, for example, Honza is very good programmer. He designs web pages and stuff like that. And Matej is focused on graphics. So they use different sources in English, and this is the way they study English.
They feel themselves to learn words and also some sentences that you face on web pages, on games.
Probably in some tutorials also.
Yeah.
Tutorials, some books. You know, there is, when you're trying to learn something new in programming, for example, there is always, it's always a better way to look into English stuff, you know, because there is written much more than in Czech stuff, in some Czech libraries or something like that.
Do you think it depends on your students' own performance, or do you give any extra education to see your students get skilled like this? Just
Well,
3 lessons, you say? For example,
Yes,
what kind
three
of
le- three
activities,
lessons of
contents
English.
are there in it?
And in our lessons, we focus on some vocational vocabulary, let's say, but it's just in their 3rd and 4th year at the school. But it's not the main part of the lessons. So there are just few lessons focused on the vocabulary regarding IT or electrotechnics. But the rest they study through different subjects. But our vocational teachers, they don't teach the subjects in English. They use Czech language. But students have different sources in English. I mean, written sources or e-sources.
And also PC games.
Yes, of course. Yes, most of our students are just boys. I mean, 95% or so are boys. For example, I teach just 1 girl. The rest are boys. And most of them play games. All the time they play games and watch films in English. So this is how they get fluent in English. And I can see the progress, that every year the students are better and better in English. I mean the first year students who come to our schools.
What you can say, is it all same all over the school, or
No.
sometimes it depends on
Yes,
your
sometimes
students'
it depends,
performance?
of course. Yes, we have also lower level students in English.
Congratulations. Next levels, next bonuses. Thanks.
It's also maybe based on students' motivation.
Oh yes,
If
they
they-
need self-motivation.
Yeah.
It's always same for the students. I also graduated from a vocational school. It mostly depends on students' own performance. For example, when I was young, I was always playing games, watching films. So, I mean, we have to transfer all these kind of resources to the vocational lessons. Or we have to motivate our students to watch films, play games always, or we have to transfer all the curriculum to the class with playing games, with watching videos, some new resources we have to fund as teachers. Maybe they will like it much when they are watching or playing some games and also learning some things with this way.
Yes, I'm sure they would love to play games in lessons.
Yeah,
But there's no time for that, I'm afraid.
yeah, sure. So you have to do that in their home by their own performance.
I think that, I don't know, it's everything about the student. I think it's on his own if he will get the skill to be really a good English speaker or not. In English languages, in English like subject, we are writing one vocabulary test in 2 weeks, I think. So the vocabulary is really important to get skilled in English language. And then there are things like pronunciation and stuff like that. And these things could be catched from some videos or probably from watching some films with English subtitles. That's also really helpful.
And also at the end of the vocational education, maybe this will provide you an advantage when you are getting or searching any work.
Yeah.
Are there any good possibilities, opportunities in Czech Republic for you to have owner of a good skilled on speaking English and also on vocational subjects? For example, Avast company. Is this an advantage for you? Because it's an international company.
Alright. Nowadays, since we are students of technical subjects like programming, as we said, some electronic engineering and stuff like that, we really need to understand the English language, and we are trying to get some job. They really appreciate if you got that skill to understand English language, and it's always better if you can talk in English language also. So in Czech we can get in our school also we can get some certificate like first Cambridge certificate. I don't know if you know it. It's first Cambridge certificate. Every year we are getting the preparation for the certificate, and if you want to complete it at the end of the year, we are making some tests, and then if we got like mark B or C, we will get it. And this gives you really big advantage when we are looking for a job, because the company knows that that you can speak that English and that you got that level of English skill, so you can work there.
Did you get any chance to go abroad to speak your peers in English? For example, some kind of opportunities like Erasmus Plus or any other supporting opportunities in your Czech Republic? No?
Rather no.
Just in Czech Republic. So.
Well, we used to do international projects, but we don't do them nowadays because our headmistress is not very pro such projects. She doesn't want to do those projects because our school is involved into many different projects throughout our country. So she doesn't want to get any more because there are too many of them now. But we are planning to start a new international project next year, so maybe we will make it.
Yes, it will be useful for the students. Yeah. Sometimes some of the schools have opportunity to send their students abroad to know much more about different cultures, to speak their peers, to improve their English. So congratulations again to get skilled on speaking and also using English. Wish you have a good scores, bonuses on games. Thanks.
Well, I wanted to ask you what kinds of schools do you teach at? And what about your students? How are they in English? Or what problems do you have to face when teaching English?
Who wants to start?
Well, I started. It's in the vocational school. It's a hotel school, hospitality and catering. My students, well, there are lower students and also the ones of upper levels, and they don't watch. Well, they don't watch films in. They watch films in native language and then people translation in English. The problem is that always translate from their language into English. Some of them are skilled, but they become skilled at the end of the 50 years, because in the first 2 years we teach general English, and from the third to the fourth year of the school, it's a 5-year course, they learn vocational English, but they are only 3 hours a week, like you're in the school, and they are not enough. We also use computers and sometimes games, but well, maybe because it's a different kind of school and a different approach. People, they like music very much. They like singing. So I was asking if you use music in your lessons to learn English. Do you use it or just watch film?
Yes, I use music as well. I can't play any instrument, which is a pity for me. Sometimes I ask my students to bring their instruments, but it depends on the class, you know. Sometimes they don't play any, so then I would play music to them and do different activities. From time to time, yes, I do that.
Yes, I also mean songs, listening to songs.
Yes,
from,
yes, we do that.
And which resources do you use? YouTube or?
Yes, or I download MP3 songs.
And do you choose the songs connected to your lessons, or
Yes.
you're just by?
No, I always, yes, I try to find the right songs according to what I want what I want to teach them. You know? So I know if I want to focus on certain vocabulary, I try to find the appropriate song.
And do you do it yourself?